Hey, I don't think I'm loud enough. Hmm. Oh well. This is the way I see it. Sometimes I'm talking during the game, then you can't hear what I'm saying. Usually it's just trash talk, is not the wisest words. I know this is my speech to start the show right now. I'm looking at this NFL schedule. This preseason week one, I want to make, I want to do. Okay, this is a preview of week one. We're gonna turn over watch off. Okay, we're talking football. We're talking football. Where's chat invisible? Chat box. There it is. Okay. Week one preview. Preseason. NFL season 100 X. Okay. Today is the 5th. On the 8th, we have 11 games. 1, 2, 6, 7. There's 11 games on the. I'm so thankful. Okay, let's let's look at these games and see what we got. Indianapolis Colts at the in Buffalo Bills. That dude, that's a pretty straight up. That's a playoff game. Wow, I mean, both those teams are long shots. You know, tank bowl, dude. Colts and Colts and Buffalo. Tickets as low as $3. Nobody, God knows who's gonna win. I'm sure Buffalo should win at home, but it's a rough start to a season for those teams. Exciting days for Buffalo to be hosting. Football starts early in Buffalo this year. Good for them. They have the most to lose. They've been the least competitive, so they shouldn't have to exert themselves on week one. Buffalo, I'm taking Buffalo. Okay. 10 more games to go. We got New York. Then we got the Jets versus the Giants. Any thoughts? New York versus New York. How they don't. Hmm. it's a coin flip. I don't know enough. I don't know enough about either team. Both team bad. And you, I'm gonna give the Giants. I'm gonna cut them some slack if they lose this one. It's all right. They're not gonna worry about it. The Jets is still a must-win game for the Jets. It's a mini Super Bowl. That's the biggest game New York's gonna have all year. So New York gets a good football game next week. Everybody's happy. Everybody at the stand. That's right. You cannot complain. You cannot complain. Okay, New York. So let's just say that. Okay, New York will have New York will have no complaints with the winner. They can argue. They can figure it out themselves because it doesn't matter. The Jets are not going to win the Super Bowl. Giants. Doesn't look good. Right. I mean, the Redskins might be better. Eagles are damn good. Cowboys are hype. So Cowboys are expected to come in first place. Nothing the Giants can do all year is going to change that. So yeah, that's right. Here we go. Game 3, Washington and Cleveland. Washington and Cleveland. A lot of people are going to be playing for Cleveland. Like it's the last game of their life, man. The game's in Cleveland. You gotta think Washington doesn't want to be in the situation. I'm gonna just say Washington. Yeah, that's right. The Browns have to play gracious host. They're not gonna. They're already getting nationwide coverage. They're not gonna win any fans, and they might win fans because Ernest Biner. It's a historical meeting to have. Maybe Ernest Biner will be there. Okay, maybe he'll urge the Redskin fans to pick a new favorite AFC fan. So in a way, it's almost a campaign. You can say the Browns have campaign help from a non-competitive NFC team. NFL doing business. Okay. I got Cleveland easily beating Washington. Is that what I said? That's what I said, right? Okay. The Browns might not be able to, we'll see. Now we got the Patriots in Detroit. Detroit are just gonna beat them up. Detroit tickets to $16. I would expect Detroit to Detroit to. I think they always do. Although I don't know what the Patriots preseason record is, that would help me. Let's just Google that real quick. You think the NFL, the internet's an encyclopedia? You start looking for preseason knowledge, and then it's non-existent. Okay. I have Detroit beating the Patriots. There we go. Atlanta in Miami. Now this is also one of the biggest games Atlanta's going to have all year. Okay, Atlanta is going to pretend they're going to win the Super Bowl again. That means the home team's going to win. Of course, the Dolphins. Yeah, the Dolphins will beat. Now, hold on. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 comments in a row. But guess what? There's 11 games, so I need to say 6 more things. Tennessee at Philadelphia. Home team once again. There's no way Tennessee's gonna have their best moves ready on the road versus a veteran ass Eagles team. Eagles poster. Eagles poster the Titans. Jacksonville at Baltimore. A recent documentary told me Jacksonville is the largest city in the United States. Yeah, it's big by square by it's bigger than Los Angeles. Okay, let's just say that. Okay. Big, yeah. That's hard to believe, but Jacksonville going into Baltimore might be bringing, maybe they could relieve the population. We could just let all the people out of Baltimore and just go to Jacksonville. Go to Jacksonville because of space. The wide open. It's like Los Angeles, but it's right next door. You guys, you're gonna love it. If you're from Baltimore, you're gonna love it. And they were once in the AFC North too. They started in the same division. They put and you know what? They're just like your okay. So I'm gonna say this will be controversial. You know Jags over Ravens in a PR move. Okay. Next time the rematch will be in Jacksonville. So we'll invite Baltimore down. Okay. Carolina versus Chicago. That's gonna be like a heavyweight fight where you know neither of the guys. They're kind of like both ex-champs. They both recently dropped Super Bowl matches. want, Jay Cutler to Peyton Manning and Cam Newton to Peyton Manning. That's some shit. Okay, so how does that factor in? Tickets are $22. It's at 5 p.m. on a Thursday on Soldier Field, Carolina. Probably just doesn't win. You gotta take the Bears because serious. Because yeah, Bears because no. They got it. The only thing they want to hear right now is undefeated. You cannot have a loss on the Chicago Bears. If their backups fail, to Carolina on the road. I mean, how dare they let Carolina come in? They're not gonna. The Bears have. If the Bears can't win this game, they won't even make the playoffs. And yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right. I said it. If you can't beat Carolina at home, then you ain't gonna make the playoffs, man. Okay. Here we go. Houston and Green Bay. Okay. Houston and Green Bay. I like my chat window. Houston and Green Bay. Houston has the lowest tax on an athlete. Athletes save most of their money, and Green Bay is a place you learn to join the league, but make your own rules, just like people with their own money. The Texans and the Packers are doing business. I gotta say, I'm gonna take the Texans over the Packers. Yep. As school. Okay. Texans over Packers as schooling is reported. There's a friendly. They're welcoming the friendly meeting. Friendly meeting. Okay. Packers will come. Will play host. The Texans will win. The Packers will tell the Texans a story and go home. The Packers profit it doesn't even change. Okay, everybody gets highlights. Yada yada. Okay, now here we go with a game I think is pretty big. We got Arizona Cardinals hosting the nearly Super Bowl bound Chargers. Los Angeles Chargers are in Arizona. They're next door neighbors. 9 hours. So the Chargers have driven out to Arizona to play a game. I have not seen the Chargers posting any videos lately, and Arizona has a lot of videos, but they just signed Crabtree. They expect the wide receivers are worried about who gets to play, and there's a little drama. With the depth chart, okay, yeah, but it's a home game for Arizona. If they can catch their passes, they'll they've been running mock scrimmages inside they practice inside they're the fucking home field. They, they're in a game situation 8 hours a day. They live on the football field. It's not. It's not like the Bengals. They practice next door to their stadium. It's not like. It's not like the Steelers. They practice in the middle of nowhere, and everybody has a different vibe to their field. So I'm talking about the Chargers going to Phoenix and probably winning, but Phoenix will still get 50 pass attempts because they need to. These players need to either be broken or just sometimes you let a guy play himself out of the league because it's easier than paying him. Oh, depth chart is still supposed to be 53 already. I don't know. You never know. Preseason. I'm gonna take the Chargers to win it on the ground, on the road, versus taking Chargers on the road. Now what? Now what? What game's next? Denver at Seattle. No, I don't know, man. I'm gonna have to take Seattle. Denver's warming up. They won last week on the road. They're gracious. They're very gracious. Part of showing how great they are as an organization is by making the most out of everything, even a loss in the preseason. Denver won't lose that much this year. I think the Chargers will probably flake out, and Denver will win the West. Be very close with Kansas City. Who's gonna beat Kansas City? That's the final game of the week. So those are 11 comments plus the header. 12 comments for the results of the 11 games on a Thursday. Then we have a Friday night that looks pretty damn good to me. Friday, August 9th. There's 2 games. Okay. On the Friday night, this Pittsburgh at home versus Tampa Bay. In what? I forgot the number. Okay. 9th, August 9th. Tampa plays the most important game they play of the year because the Saints they're not going to challenge the Saints. They might beat them. They could beat them. They could split the series, but they're not going to come out with 11 wins this year. Now, NFC wildcard prediction. There's no way. No way. It's going to be the 49ers or the Rams on the wild card with the Eagles or the Redskins. Sorry. Yeah, so like I said, Tampa Bay, no playoffs, but they're playing in Pittsburgh. That's the bet. And you know what? It's fun to play in Pittsburgh every day of the week. You play you play your best. They might even call you and give you a job if you kick their ass hard enough. That's how the NFL works. So, yeah, go to if you think you in Tampa Bay, they got the athletes. Yeah. And Jameis Winston probably will play 2 series. I could see him playing 2 series. I'm taking Tampa to score 50 and bury Pitt. That's what I'm calling. Yep. Okay. Now this other game, which is Minnesota at the Saints. This is an important game. This is an important game. Okay. This is Saints start at home in another preseason. Okay. The Saints start at home in another pretendo Super Bowl, hosting the Vikings, who never seem to make it, but are still here for the cameras. You gotta show up. Doesn't matter who the players are. We need bodies in the uniforms for the pictures, for the asses in the seats, because this is a charity league, and you know what? We do different. We do. You understand this? They do a different business in Green Bay. They do a different business. It's a different. This league's a business, and it's a different business in New Orleans, and they want to have their game right away when pretendo Super Bowl right away. But the real one's in 2024, by the way. I have a lot to say about the Super Bowl 56, though. That's in a later special bonus episode. Still working on my Super Bowl 56 content before I have more to say. So I'm taking the Saints at home on the Friday night. But guess what? There's still 3 games on the Saturday, including the Cincinnati at Kansas City, where I really suspect Kansas City will score 60 on the Bengals. Okay. It's just gonna be KC 60, Cincy 30 in a shootout. Okay, it'll be a shootout, and everybody will feel good, and the Bengals will still look really bad, but it's just an illusion. Okay. Okay. And at the same time, this game starts. The LA Rams are coming to Oakland. That's an old rivalry, and the Raiders haven't had a fight all year. They're going soft in practice. They're not even touching each other. And the Rams, who just coming off a Super Bowl loss, aren't going to be playing with their hands in their pockets. This will be a brawl. I guarantee. I'm going to guarantee they brawl for it all. And the Rams. The Rams just finish it. The Rams are going to just show you. The roadmap for success. Look, Al Davis could have taken his team to the Show Me State, and he could have showed me some excellence, but he hasn't showed me shit in my lifetime. The Raiders won Super Bowl in '83. I was 7 years old. No, I did not appreciate that. It was their first year in LA. I was in LA, and guess what? I wasn't a Raider fan. Didn't even know what a Raider was. They had Marcus Allen, and my family was a Trojan family, so my family did appreciate it, but they still wouldn't buy me a fucking Raiders hat because it's gang affiliated. So I got the Bengals gear instead. Thank you. So I'm taking Rams over the Raiders. The score doesn't matter. Now there's still one more game. Dallas and San Francisco. In another Pretendo Super Bowl rematch, two teams. Dallas is really worried about being good this year because the 49ers are good. In San Francisco, 49er fans are pretty much shit. But guess what? Their team's going to be good whether they like it or not. We're gonna see the 49ers are gonna win a low scoring game. It'll be one of those Chicago style games. 6-9 49ers. The Cowboys won't even score a touchdown, and we'll be worried. We can worry our ass off about that later. Or tell you what, or Armani Cooper gets like one touchdown. Okay, if they see the Cowboys are in a give it to the wide receiver, or everybody thinks we suck, because that's what they have to. They got to get their wide receiver into the game, otherwise he's a non-factor, and they won't pay him. 49ers are playing team ball, and we're not even worried about right now. The 49ers are good, and we have a door to the playoffs. And I'm happy to say that I'm only a 49er fan because I see the good they're going to do. I see the 49ers are good. And that's it. That's every game. That's 15 games I just previewed. There are, and we'll cover week 2 after this week. But that was easy. Nobody interrupted me. I gotta end it, and I'll restart it and have my gameplay session